Hi everyone, and nice to see you here. Are you ready to follow Stealthywood's new project? We're opening up a shop. Of course, when running a store, it's common to have several tools to scan products, encode them in your inventory, or register customers. But having too many tools can be messy, hard to keep track of. There could be loss of time, loss of money, and you definitely don't want that. So it's vital to use something integrated where everything is gathered in one solution. That's why Stealthywood will use Odoo's POS app. As all of the needed tools are centralized in one place, it makes it easy to handle everything and will help me save a lot of time and money. So let's see how I can open a new shop for Stealthywood using my Odoo database. All right, here I am on my database. Let's go straight to the point of sale application. Now, once we're on the point of sale application, the first thing we're going to do is go to configuration settings, and we're going to activate one or more payment terminals. Okay, so we're going to scroll down to the payment terminals section, and I've already activated Aiden. Okay, and I'm doing this because I want to give my customers many options as to how they can pay me. Okay, I want it to be as convenient as possible for my customers. So they can pay using credit card with my Aiden payment terminal. All right, you can also activate Ingenico if you're in a Benelux country, Six, or Ventive if you're in the US and Canada. Okay, so you have several options here that you'll set on the settings page. So since I have this activated, let's now go to configuration, POS product categories, and I'm actually going to create a new category, and this will help me keep my products organized in my point of sale session. All right, I'm going to create a new one, but as you can see, I already have a couple. I have chairs, desks, and miscellaneous. So for the products, I don't have a category. But I'm going to create a new one, and I am going to call this furniture, simply. And I won't add a parent category, okay? So adding a parent category just adds another level of organization. I can add a photo if I would like to. I can have photos displayed in the POS session, just again to help keep things organized, but I'm not going to do that. So let's go ahead and save. And I will apply this category to a couple of my other ones to be the parent. So we're going to save, and for desks as well. And now we're back on our POS categories. So since I set that up, let's go ahead and create a product where one of these categories applies. So we're going to go to products, products again, click on create. I'm going to create a simple chair. This will be a storable product. I'll change the price, let's say $50. All right, and then we're going to go to the point of sale tab, and we want to be sure that available and POS is checked. Now, since I'm creating this product in the POS application, it will be checked automatically, but if you're creating a product in another app, it might not be checked by default. So be sure you check this if you need this product to appear in your POS. Then we're also going to choose a category. So I'm going to go ahead and select furniture chairs. Makes sense. And I'm going to add a photo to this product as well. All right, nice. So let's go ahead and save this, and we're going to update the quantity so that we have some items on hand. Okay, so let's say we have 20 and save. All right, cool. So since we've created this product, applied one of our categories, let's now set up our shop. Let's add some features to our shops to help the whole flow go flawlessly. So we're going to go to configuration again and point of sale. Now here I will have a list of all of my shops, restaurants, or bars, but I only have the one shop for now. We're starting off slow, okay? Let's not go crazy. So to create a new shop, first of all, you simply have to click on the create button. And now if it's just a regular store, you can just activate the options that we will go over in a second. But if it's a bar or a restaurant, you will need to check this option here and save. And that will give you some options, additional options that are specific to restaurants or bars. Okay, but let's discard this and go back to our regular shop and click on edit. Now, first of all, the shop name, it's a bit on the nose. So let's go ahead and change this, all right, to Stealthy Kia Wood. All right, and then we have a couple of other options that we can activate. Now, I'm not going to go over all of the options that we have here because there are many, but I highly encourage you to check them out because you can really have a lot of cool things in your POS session based on the options that you select here. So be sure you check everything out. All right, so first of all, I'm actually going to remove this option, category pictures, because I did not upload any pictures for my categories, so it will just be blank. But I'm going to keep the option virtual keyboard, and I would like to set a start category. So when I go into my POS session, I just first want to look at all of the products that are under the category furniture. So that will include all of the products under this category and my chairs and desks. Okay. Now let's scroll down again, and we want to add a new payment method. So to add a new payment method, I can simply click here, go through the list. I'm going to choose Aiden. If you don't have any created, you can create one quickly on the fly by clicking on Create and Edit. So first of all, you'll have a name for your payment method. So since I used the payment terminal Aiden, I just called it Aiden. And if I am using a payment terminal that I have selected here, now since I only have Aiden activated from the settings, that's the only one I'm going to see in this list. But if I have Ingenico, for example, or Six activated, I'm also going to see those as well. Okay, but I have Aiden activated here, and then I'll need to add my credentials that I got from Aiden here, and I can say if it's test or production, which is really cool. Okay, we can do that, or we can also say that this is a cash type payment, and then I'll be able to select the cash journal as well. Okay, so I can do that quickly on the fly. I can also remove some payment methods. So for example, let's remove bank. I just have cash and Aiden. If I want to add it back, I just have to click on bank here. Okay, so it's as simple as that. And then I have tips activated, of course. I want my employees to be tipped. I also activated that underneath the Aiden payment method. And then I've activated this option header and footer. Now this will let me customize the message at the top and the bottom of my receipt, which is really cool, or my customers' receipts. I've kept it pretty simple here, but you can really make this your own based on your business. All right, then finally, I've activated another really cool option, invoicing, and you will need the invoicing application installed in order to use this feature. But this will allow me to actually print an invoice for my customer on request, okay? So not just the receipt, but some customers need actual invoices for their companies or for other reasons, so I can print that here. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this. Looks good. And let's go to our dashboard. From our dashboard, we can create a new session. So we're opening early in the morning, we create a new session, and customers start coming in and buying our products. But before we create a new session, I just want to point out one thing quickly. If you ever want to access the settings of one of your shops or restaurants from the dashboard, all you have to do is click on these three little dots, and you'll be able to go to settings from here. Okay, now let's create a new session by clicking on the new session button. Of course, everything will load. We'll have all of our products, and I set my parent category furniture as the opening category. So when I go into my session, I'm going to see all of the products that are underneath this category. And I also have the child categories as well. So I have chairs, I have desks, and then when I go home, I'm going to see both of my categories. So I have furniture and miscellaneous. So I can look at just the products that are in the miscellaneous category, or I can look at everything. Okay, so it just helps me stay organized or quickly access certain products. All right, so now that we've done that, let's go ahead and help our first customer. So let's say that someone wants to buy our new beautiful chair that we just created or added to our system, to our stock. So I simply have to click on the chair and it's added to the order. I see that it's order number 1 here. Okay, I can change the quantity that they're purchasing just by clicking here. You see I have quantity highlighted. I clicked on 5. Now we see the quantity of 5. Okay, if I made a mistake, I can just double click on the backspace and I can remove the item, or I can just remove the price just like that. Okay, and then I can add a new price. So we can say 99. All right, but of course I'll need a quantity in order to charge them for that. All right, I can also apply a discount as well. So I can say that they'll actually get a 50% discount, which ultimately still makes it a little bit more expensive than what the price regularly is. But I have all of those options that I can manage directly from my system on the order. Okay, and as you can see, I did that with just a few clicks and it was super easy. And then we're going to be able to process the payment. But first, let's imagine that they said, oh, wait. I'm buying this chair, but there was a desk that caught my eye. And now that I'm thinking about it and ready to pay, I think I might want to go back and look at it one more time to be sure that I don't want to buy it right now. So you say, okay, don't worry, I'll put this chair aside. The customer goes away to look at the other items that you have, and then you're ready to help the next customer. You don't have to close this order in order to help the next customer. You can simply create a new one by clicking on plus right here, and we'll see order number 2. Okay, then that customer wants to purchase the chair as well. Okay, everyone likes the new items. They just want to purchase one, and we continue to the payment. Okay, we can choose cash, bank, or Aiden. These are the payment methods that we set on our POS configurations or on the shop configurations. Okay, they want to pay using cash. All right, and we can simply add the amounts. We can say $60 here, or we can use these quick buttons to just add 10, 20, or 50. Okay, we're going to see the change that we need to give back to the customer, and then we can go ahead and validate the payment. Then we'll be able to print the receipt. All right, we have our nice welcome message, and we also see thank you coming in that I customized on the settings of the shop. And then we can go on to the next order. Now we see that order 3 is ready to go, but order number 1 is still open. But that's okay. We can quickly access order number 1 again. We have that product. So actually, this customer, they said, I do want to purchase this desk. It looks really nice, it's cool, and I'm ready to go, but I need an invoice. A regular receipt won't cut it. So what we can do is we can print an invoice for the customer when we go to process the payment, but we will need to specify who the customer is. Now I can do that right here from the order if I already know I need to do that by clicking on customer. Okay, I can choose a customer that already exists in my system, or I can create a new one on the fly from my session, which is super convenient. Okay, but we can also add the customer later on when they actually go to pay. All right, so let's go ahead and say they're paying with cash. They give us $200. All right, I can add the customer even here. So let's go ahead and say it's Nicole Ford. I can set it as the customer. All right, and then I can create an invoice as well. All right, I will select invoice, and then I'm going to click on validate. It will load, we can print a receipt, and I have a PDF download of that invoice, which I can print and give to the customer. Okay, so if they need an invoice, it's super easy to do that in your POS system, and then I can move on to the next order. All right, so it's just as simple as that. Okay, now as you can see, the flow is super easy. You can manage multiple orders at once. You can create an invoice. You can simply print receipts. You can set a customer. It really depends on the moment because every customer is different. Every order is different. All right, but let's go ahead and close this session. We're done for the day. It was a good day. We're going to confirm. Okay, we come back to our dashboard, and of course, sometimes you need to go out of your session and go back in without closing it. So I can simply resume, or I can just say, okay, actually, that's it for the day, we're done. I can click on close, and then I'm going to be able to validate closing and post entries. Of course, I'll also be able to review my orders and the payments that I received as well. But let's go ahead and validate and close. But if I have another customer who comes in right before I click on this button, I can also click on the continue selling button. But let's validate and close. We see that our POS, our session is now closed and posted, and I can check out the related journal items, and I'll always be able to see the payments and see the orders as well. So that's all for the basics of opening your first POS shop. As you can see with Odoo, it's so easy and convenient. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.